I'm Kimberly Kay with your entertainment report from MidHudsonNews.com. Thank you to my sponsor, Making Faces Salon in Spa in Poughkeepsie and Fishkill. Try eyebrow threading. It's a great alternative. Call them 296-0700 or online makingfacesusa.net. Well, some breaking news. During the rather weird latest episode of The Bachelor, where, by the way, Brad finally narrowed it down to two, Chantel and Emily, they announced the new cast of Dancing with the Stars. And are you ready for this? I only recognize a few of them. The new dancing cast is Petra Nemkova. I do know she's a supermodel. Kendra Wilkinson, formerly from The Girls Next Door, and now, of course, Kendra. Sugar Ray Leonard, Ralph Macchio, Chelsea Kane, Romeo, Hines Ward, Mike Catherwood, Wendy Williams, Chris Jericho, and Kirstie Alley. There had been some gossip that Kirstie Alley would be on, and there you go, she is. So that should be an interesting season of Dancing with the Stars. Well, did you watch the Academy Awards or hear my report yesterday? Well, James Franco, who scored his first Academy Award nomination this year for his role in 127 Hours, looked every bit the handsome leading man in a Tom Ford suit, while Hathaway, his co-host for the Oscars, stunned in an embellished white Givenchy haute couture gown. The pair not only charmed audiences with their undeniable chemistry, but seemed both genuinely happy and grateful to have the opportunity to host, with Franco snapping photos of the crowd on his cell phone during the whole show. Both actors not only showed off their acting skills, but their family members as well. Franco, whose mother and grandmother have been active on Twitter in the weeks leading up to the Oscars, introduced his grandma to the crowd, who joked, "I just saw Marky Mark." And Hathaway, who has earned recognition in the past for her dramatic roles, showed off her comedy chops on stage, telling the audience of this year's nominees, "It's been a great year for lesbians. Not just in general, but in movies." James Franco and Anne Hathaway as Oscar hosts, though, apparently weren't that big of a draw. Early Nielsen reports indicate ratings were down 7% from last year's Oscars. Nielsen has not released an estimate on how many people watched the show. Last year, 41.7 million watched the Oscars. Well, Corey Haim gets ignored again. Haim was not included in the Oscars tribute to notable Hollywood people who have died in the past year. He was omitted from a similar tribute at the Screen Actors Guild Awards. His omission from the Oscars was a trending topic on Twitter. Farrah Fawcett was omitted last year. Well, Elton John's Oscar viewing party was elegant, star-studded, and well, a challenge to women in short skirts, and a lot of them were wearing short skirts. You see, the floor was covered in mirrors. John holds the party every year to raise money for his AIDS Foundation, and this year's guests included Steven Tyler, CeeLo Green, Smokey Robinson, Rufus Wainwright, and Shaka Khan. Where was Elton John's son, you ask? Well, John's partner, David Furnish, says baby Zachary was at home with his nanny. You know, some people camp out for days for bleacher seats next to the red carpet for the Oscars. Well, others lucked out this year by staying at a hostel for $25 a night. The Hollywood International Youth Hostel is across from the Kodak Theater, and guests at the hotel were able to see the red carpet action right from their windows and could spot all the celebrities. And the hostel wasn't even sold out on Oscar night. Well, Colin Firth says he's going to need some quality time alone with his Oscar. He threatened to start dancing when he won the Best Actor award for The King's Speech. Firth says he was struggling to contain himself at that moment, but he's over it. He says anyone who saw him in Mamma Mia knows he should probably not dance. Well, Jane Russell, the brunette who was discovered by Howard Hughes and went on to become one of the biggest stars of the 1940s and 50s, has died at the age of 89. Russell's daughter-in-law, Etta Waterfield, says the actress died Monday at her home in Santa Maria of a respiratory-related illness. Howard Hughes, the eccentric billionaire, cast Russell in his sexy and controversial 1941 Western, The Outlaw, turning her into an overnight star. In local entertainment news, Music at Ridgecrest is pleased to feature the up-and-coming chamber ensemble trio. The concert will take place at the Ridgecrest Baptist Church in New Windsor located at 519 Blooming Grove Turnpike. That's Route 94 on Saturday, March 12th at 7 p.m. No tickets are required, but there is a suggested donation of $10. Thank you again to my sponsor, Making Faces Salon and Spa in Poughkeepsie and Fishkill, offering a full line of American-made mineral makeup called Avis Cosmetics, which I wear, AVAS. Check them out online, aviscosmetics.net, or call Making Faces 296-0700. That's your latest entertainment report. For a new update daily, log on to MidHudsonNews.com. I'm Kimberly